Hey guys, hope you all have been well. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a little while since I've done a favorites video. However, since I'm on a no buy, nothing new is coming into my makeup stash. And so I'm just gonna pick and choose the products that I have been constantly putting into my rotation. It just always makes an appearance, whether it's on video or in just my everyday life. It's not a lot of products because if it's something I've mentioned a lot, even though some of them are still here, I did not include it in this favorites video, but it's something that I like to do every now and again just so that you're aware of the things that I have been loving. So with that said, let's get straight into my current favorite items. My eyeshadow palette of choice has to be the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. I think, well, I haven't tried that many, but in comparison to the Modern Renaissance, which I feel more people gravitate towards, I like the Soft Glam so much better. None of the colors here are bright, and so I can make use of all of the shades to create an everyday look. And come on, it's a whole bunch of brown and warm tone stuff. Like, that's me. That's me in a palette. So loving the Soft Glam, have been using it for whole looks or even just single eyeshadow purposes. And just based off all the reviews that I see on all the different palettes, I feel like this one suits my makeup preference the most. Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow. I have oily skin, and so I need more of a mattifying foundation, but I do like some glow to come through in my foundation or with my base makeup, and I feel like this gives me the perfect amount of glow. It's natural and it doesn't make my skin oily, which thank you. And because it does have a warmer peach tone, it doesn't create a cast on my skin, which is awesome because with tan skin and lighter illuminating products, you do run the risk of looking a little ashy. I probably don't have to mention this, but I will because that's how much I love this freaking foundation. This is the NARS Radiant Longwear Foundation. This is in the shade Valencia. This was the first shade I ever got. It is too dark. I do have it on my skin. However, I did mix it with a little bit of concealer just to bring it closer to my skin tone. It's still a little dark. I haven't been using this in a little while since I have the Sahel shade, but I'm trying not to spend money on foundation. I will probably end up having to eventually, but if I can just like go through what I already have, mix it with something else, and completely make use of it, then I will. But it's still got to work with the combination of concealer to foundation ratio. But this probably is my favorite foundation as of now. I do love Estee Lauder. Those are the only two foundations I currently own, but if I had to pick one, I would pick this one. I love the coverage that it gives. I don't feel like I have foundation on my face. That's what I love the most about it. It's medium coverage, medium buildable, and that is my preference in foundation currently. I have said previously that my favorite concealer is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. That still holds true. That will be my ultimate favorite concealer consistency out of all the ones that I've tried. It still is. However, I only have one shade, and that's in Ginger. Ginger is my natural skin tone color. But recently I've been getting into highlighting, and this comes in particularly handy when I use Valencia because of just like the color contrast. It doesn't exactly match my skin tone, and so highlighting with this concealer has been amazing. I do like Shape Tape. There's nothing wrong with it. I just think it's a little more full coverage than the NARS one, and since I do like that medium coverage foundation concealer look, that's what I'm gravitating towards. But this is still a really good concealer. You want something full coverage? Try some Shape Tape. If you are wondering, I have the shade Light Sand here. This is the lightest one that I own. It is a yellow based one, and I do also have Light Medium Honey. You can see me use it in other videos, but that's a little bit more peachy. I do want to quickly mention this Bobbi Brown bronzer. This is their bronzer in the shade Medium 2. I think this is my favorite crease shade ever. It used to be the Etude House look at my eyes cafe. I used it like so much before. I think it's in the shade BR403. if I am not mistaken. This bronzing color for some reason looks amazing in the crease. This is a more red tone crease color. If I had to pick a true warm, I would probably pick Max Saddle. Let me retract my statement. That shade is my favorite one, Max Saddle. A close 1.5 will probably be this, and I am just about ready to hit pan on this. I'm scared that they're going to end up getting rid of this shade because it is so red, and I don't know if many people are buying it. So I'm a little tempted just to get the full size pan so that I can always have it in stock for my crease shade. I literally always take this on vacation. It is my crease shade on vacation. So did I take this with me on vacation? You bet your bottom dollar I did. Eyeliner. I have been loving Teddy. I've always loved Teddy, but sounds like I'm talking about some guy. Teddy, are you out there? You see that? It's like a dark brown with a little bit of shimmer on it. This looks amazing as eyeliner and a lower lash line color, especially smoked out. It looks beautiful. That little glimmer gives your eye a little bit of sparkle and not so dark, because sometimes even dark brown eyeliner, as much as I love them, they can be a little too dramatic, but this, it's stunning. I have been using Teddy so much. I'm just gonna quickly mention the Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown. This is my favorite brow pencil of all time, and this is my last one. I am going to repurchase it. I've already told myself I need to repurchase it. I only have the ColourPop pencils and I don't really like it, so we're gonna repurchase this, but I still love this. It's still amazing. I know there's probably tons of other pencils that are a lot cheaper that I can use, but I just love this color. I love that it's a little bit of a harder product. It's not too creamy, and so for me it looks a little bit more natural and doesn't have that shine on the brows. Essence Pure Nude Highlighter in Be My Highlight. I know. I like subtle highlights for everyday use. I just do. I have textured skin, porous skin. I don't need something like Becca, as beautiful as it is. I love Becca highlighters, but that's very good for camera. Every day, this subtle highlighter right here is beautiful. Let me swatch it for you. I hope you can see that. It just gives a nice, healthy glow without looking like, damn, did you wet your face? Moving on to blush, Max Sincere. This blush was never something that I would have considered like in my top of all MAC blushes, but for some reason, I always end up picking this blush out to use. If you're looking for a neutral, like everyday type of shade, I think this will be a really good option. It kind of runs the same family as Gingerly, so if you're not too keen on Gingerly, try and check this one out. This might be a little lighter than Gingerly, so if that's too dark for you, check out Sincere. It is a matte blush and it says it's sheer tone, but it goes on beautifully on the skin. Another quick mention, still loving my Patrick Star powder here. This is MAC's setting powder, and yeah, it's amazing. I just love how fine it is and that it doesn't leave like this crazy cast on my skin. It just looks good. I love to use it to brighten and set my under eye. I just love it. It's still my loose powder of choice. And lastly, the bronzer that I've been using a lot. I know that this is limited edition, but the actual bronzer is not. It is in the permanent collection. This is MAC's bronzing powder in the shade Matte Bronze. Now, I got rid of my Chocolate Soleil bronzer. I've had it forever and a day, and so this currently is my Contour Bronze. I said it before. Contour Bronze. I trademarked that word. Where it's a neutral bronzer, so it kind of doubles up as a contour and a bronzer. Most of us just use bronzing powder as a way to like warm up the skin, but still put it in places you would normally contour. But when it comes to shade selection, if you want it truly to be both contour and bronzing, you want a neutral shade, and I feel like this is a very good option. I have some that are very much contour shades, and then most of mine are just straight up bronzers. So this one serves as a dual purpose, and I've been using it so much recently. And those are currently my favorite items. They change constantly because I'm trying to make habit of rotating my products, making sure that I'm always trying stuff. But if I want to do a look that I know will end up looking great, something that I will be happy with, these are pretty much the products that it's no-brainers. So more than likely I will end up having some of these items be repeats in my next favorite video, as well as having a few more items that I'm trying to put into the rotation and making sure I make use of, because if not, then they go in the declutter pile. I'm still obsessed with decluttering. Thank you guys so much for joining me in this video. If you enjoyed this video and would like to be updated for future ones, go ahead and click the red subscribe button down below. I would really appreciate it. If you like this makeup look, I'm sure it has some questions on it. I did post a tutorial on this exact makeup look in my previous video. If you want a full list of products that I use for this makeup look, go ahead and head over to Instagram, first link in the description box down below, and find all the makeup goodies that I used to put this makeup look together. Thanks again for joining me in this video, and until the next one, I hope you all are doing well, taking great care of yourselves. I will see you all next time. Bye guys.